Welcome back. You may not know it because I don't talk about it so much. It's a little bit further in my past, but at one time, I was a personal trainer. Yes, these guns actually had guns. There were guns where the guns are supposed to go. In 2016, I'm a little bit more dedicated to you all and to television than I am to fitness. That being said, I had a fantastic experience, and I'm joined this evening by a fellow who is likewise having an amazing experience in the personal training industry, helping people reach their fitness goals, but also keeping an eye to what's happening to fitness in the year 2016 and beyond. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Travis Brady. How are you, man?
Good.
Good to see you. You bet. You bet. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah. And we should give Mr. Aaron Browning a thank you for connecting us up together. A good man, and, and I'm glad that we were able to connect. Talk a little bit about your background, Travis, if you would. And as I said when we were talking before the show, I always think of like musicians. You know, everybody likes to listen to music. Some people learn an instrument. Some people will go sing a couple songs, and then some people make it their life's work. Talk about what it is like for you to be somebody who obviously loves to be fit, but also to help others and make it your business.
Yeah, I grew up playing sports, you know, like most kids do, you know, bat and ball in your hand, and what's every kid's dream when they're little? Playing sports.
Oh, be champion, I suppose.
Yeah, be a professional baseball player.
Yeah, right, yeah, be a pro, go pro, go pro.
Yeah, you're in career class. I don't see professional baseball player in this book.
I keep looking.
So I was pretty upset when the teacher told me that's not a career, you need to pick something else. And I got involved with sports, and I wanted to be better, obviously, so I got into the weight training aspect of it. And I was always that weak kid growing up. You know, my friends would put their hands around my arm and be like, dude, do you eat? You know, my parents would get teased from their friends. Do you even eat? Do you feed this kid? You know, and so it sparked, you know, a passion to really start getting into that. And it just led into the training. Led into the personal training. I realized that I enjoyed that aspect of it almost more than I did playing the sport. So it led into the training, and I coached actually after for West Jordan High School after, and I just enjoyed coaching. I enjoyed sharing what I've learned, what all the coaches taught me over the years, and I wanted to inspire these kids and teach them some of the things that I've had some great coaches teach me.
Talk a little bit about transformation, because it sounds like you probably had in your sports career, but getting interested in working out and supplementing. Was there a particular moment, or was it just a kind of an ongoing, like, this is so cool, I can get stronger, I can get faster? Was it always that, the training side of it, was it always that kind of an excitement for you?
At first it was. You know, you start walking down the hall and your t-shirt's fitting a little tighter.
Yeah, buddy.
And the girl goes, oh, have you been working out? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somehow your voice gets lower.
Yeah. I don't know if you try to do that on purpose or not, but yeah. So yeah, it leads into this this good addiction, and I wanted people to feel that same strength that I felt in my life, and because this country's nutrition and health it's just going down the drain, and really, you know, my big thing with what I share is your body affects your mind more than the mind affects the mind. And so some people struggle in life, they're like, oh, I have to learn all this knowledge, that's what I'm missing, I have to get this education, and their body's just in a bad place. And you know, it doesn't surprise me when I'm working with a client that their relationships improve, their finances improve, you know, they have more energy to go out and do stuff. Because you think about, like, movement makes us happy.
Absolutely.
Like if you talk to someone, hey, like, what do you like to do? It's based around movement. It's based around moving your body.
And whether it be my own recollection, in fact, I was talking with a buddy of mine today about that feeling when you're gonna get to go out and play, and when that front door opens up and you just explode out of the house, and you don't even necessarily know what you're gonna do, but you just wanna be kinetic, you just wanna move and run as fast as you can, or get on your bike and pedal, and I mean, that's kids for you right there.
Yeah, well, you ask every kid's what's their favorite, you know, part of school, and it's recess.
Sure.
It's recess, that's not a subject, but okay.
Exactly, exactly. I'm gonna major in recess.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, exactly. Movement makes us happy.
Indeed.
Happiest in life.
Talk, if you would, about, based on your experience, I mean, there's so many protocols, and of course, I utilize CrossFit as an example. I'm not meaning to criticize CrossFit in any way. There are plenty of people that have their own issues, and of course, I have so many friends who are super champions of CrossFit. That's one exercise modality. There are so many options out there. Talk about your experience, because I have to imagine that you're always kind of changing your practice and what you do with clients.
Yeah, and over the years, I mean, if you look at like when fitness first started, that bodybuilding era, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, started the whole, and then it went into the 80s, Richard Simmons, aerobics, step ups, and so fitness has just evolved over the years, and it's just like whatever's shiny and new, people will go towards. And CrossFit, I actually posted a podcast on my, it's called Your Evolution Radio, talking about the pros and cons of CrossFit. And really what it comes down to with fitness is, like, do you enjoy doing that? Like, do you enjoy doing that? And we were talking off air, because I know you were a trainer before, and how you're saying, like, this is gonna hurt, this is gonna, like, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna go through pain, but let's enjoy this.
Absolutely.
Let's enjoy it, why we go around it. And so, I don't personally agree with CrossFit, but if someone loves CrossFit and they get results off CrossFit,
absolutely,
like, keep doing CrossFit. Like, there's no reason why someone should tell you what you should or shouldn't like. Be and do what you want to do.
And it occurs to me also that there's so much personal choice involved, and I think in terms of over the years, different places I belong to gyms, and some places you go, man, I just like to hang out here. Like, this is, people are good, people are cool.
Where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cheers without the beer. Yeah. Just something healthful, 12-ounce curls. Yeah. But I also, in my experience, know that extends to your personal trainer relationship, and how you feel about this person that you're trusting, your body and that sort of thing. To talk about that client relationship, because it's always interesting.
Yeah, and so many of my clients, we form these really tight, good friendships with. And when people go to sign the paper to sign with me, I go, okay, there's a part here where it says you can't tell I can't tell other people what you're saying to me, and this goes vice versa. Because I share some deep, intimate stuff with my person, because I feel like that's what sometimes they need. They need to know that someone else is out there that feels the same way that they do. And I think that's what makes that great relationship, is able to be in a vulnerable situation. I've cried in front of my clients, they've cried in front of me. They're like, you always make me cry, Travis. I'm like, I cry in front of you too, so quiet.
Absolutely, that's cool, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just, and it's having that trust, and it's, trust is built off, one of the most powerful things in the world.
And I have to agree with you in as much as, I remember when I first hired a personal trainer, because I was in terrible shape. I was really heavy, and it's a really vulnerable feeling to expose your lack of fitness to someone, and so I really can relate and concur with that idea that showing a little bit of that to your client or to someone who's placing their trust in your hands is a really powerful way to create that bond and make something that then you can really build off of.
Yeah, and I know other trainers, and they're just so businessy with their clients. They're like, drill sergeant. I was like, it's called personal.
Nicely
trainer.
Said.
Personal.
Nicely said.
It's not drill sergeant training.
Right.
So I think that's a powerful principle for anyone that's wanting to go into the field, is like, being able to connect with humans, and on social media and just the way this world's going, we're just connecting less.
That's for sure.
Connecting less.
Hey, let's take a break and talk a little bit about what you're liking now, and of course about the future of the industry. Cool. Okay. All right, you guys, quick break. More with Travis Brady after this. Please stay tuned, because I love you. Welcome back. Are you fit? Are you really? Are you as fit as you think you are? Or are you as fit as you probably should be? In any case, in 2016, that's a question we're all asking ourselves, even if we're sitting on our duff doing a talk show on television. I'm still concerned. I'm here with Travis Brady. We're talking about the fitness industry in the year 2016 and beyond. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So what are you liking right now? What are the trends that, aside from like a whole thing like a CrossFit, are there different elements that you're seeing that have changed since the time you got into the business?
Yeah, like we were saying before, you know, fitness is always changes, like what's shiny and new, and that's kind of where the fitness industry, you know, has a bad rap. I mean, muddy in the water, and so because we have all the science on like what gets results. You know, when we're talking about like actual trends, you know, what I see coming into it is pretty much already here is that playground type exercise, like Ninja Warrior.
Sure, super popular.
Yeah, that stuff's starting to come, you know, full around, doing backflips, handstands, and that's something I've been learning, and it's fun, especially, you know, being into the weight training and challenging your body to do all these crazy, you know, weird, funny stuff. But what the questions I get most from people when they reach out to me is they go, hey, what are you doing? And I go, what do you mean? And I was like, well, you have all this motivational stuff. Are you like a life coach? And I was like, no, I do mind and body transformation. I've kind of taken those two industries and combined them together. Because what I found over the years is if a client was struggling, it wasn't that they didn't know what to do. I mean, it was all laid out to them. They didn't know how. It was deeper emotionally. It was rooted to something with their childhood or something that they were dealing with, and I mean, some pretty deep, like, emotional stuff. And so, so the thing I tell my clients is, if I just change your body and I change nothing else, I didn't do my job. Like, there needs to be a mindset shift. I need to have been able to come into your life and have made you stronger physically, mentally, emotionally. And so I call it mind and body transformation. I'm a mind and body transformation coach, and I speak a lot, so I love to share that message and just combining the body and mind together. Part of it. And I'm sure, as you were a trainer for a short while, just how much, you know, if something's going off in life, you know, the last thing that's going to go on is going to the gym.
It's so consistently true. Mm-hmm. I saw it time and again, and even that transformation, and I saw it in some really great instances where a person who may have had a hard time getting started, but when they were able to experience a change in their body, a change in their self-esteem, mm-hmm. suddenly mm-hmm. the workout became one of the most important things in their lives, and a refuge mm-hmm. from personal troubles, emotional troubles, financial troubles. Was, well, at least I can improve my body, and I have this time to do this. Yeah,
and going back to what we were saying, like in our fast-paced lifestyles, is like everything is more important than us. If I had a client that I always canceled on, I always moved their appointment, that they're gonna hate me. They're not gonna like me. And what we do that to ourselves. We always cancel that appointment with our fitness. Kids are more important, and so the quote is we, all. We is not strong until I is strong, and until we is strong, all cannot be strong. So it's just like, in order to really like strengthen your world and have an influence and be successful the way that you want to be, like, you need to be your strongest. Ultimately, everything just comes back to you. And so the next generation trainer, they don't know the most. They have a way of connecting that person's body and mind and getting them inspired to see more and want to do more in their life, and getting those on the same level.
Well, there is no question that you are in a very competitive business, and I have to say that of all the folks out there, I'm so glad to have you here. Your vibe, your inspiration is just fantastic. I'm so happy for your clients. Before we go, talk a little bit about your business. Talk about Be Inspired and how folks can get in touch with you and get in touch with your awesome energy.
Yeah, and Be Inspired is based upon my philosophy, belief, like, don't get motivated, be inspired. Because when you're inspired to do something, you are automatically motivated. And so Be Inspired is just connecting the mind, the body, life coaching, personal training, nutrition coaching. So they all affect one another. So my website's beinspiredtogether.com, and I also work with other coaches, you know, helping them develop a career and a lifestyle. And I mean, I love my job. I love what I do. And obviously you can tell that you love what you do. And it's like, you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life.
So true.
And
so true.
And so when I first started my industry, I had clients offer me jobs. Travis, just give it up, man. Like, this isn't worth the paycheck. And it wasn't logical what I did, but I loved it, and I wanted to get better, and I want to help other trainers do that same thing that I've been able to do too.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
I find that we're so oriented toward competition in our world, and as we discussed, I love sports. It's always fun to watch a ball game or whatever, but it feels a lot of times like there's so much unnecessary competition in life. The fact that you're in some ways creating your own competition by helping young trainers, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, and if you're off the scarcity mentality, like, you're gonna lose. You know, I have other trainers, we collaborate, we talk, how do we help other people? This industry, it's gonna be around. There's no going away. There's people struggling that you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, there's no scarcity that needs to happen. And so, yeah, that's the strength I want to give the world. I want to share that with other people.
Well,
Yeah.
I can feel it right here, and I know you're doing it for your clients.
Yeah.
It's great to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
And
I do got something for you.
oh, all right then.
So I heard about your recent loss with everything, and you know, I had a gift for you. Nothing big, just wanted to let you know that, you know, people care. And so just a candlelight that says, "This light shines as a symbol of a life and love remembered." And then my quote, which is, "Be inspired and be strong."
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And then also along with it, I got 4 tickets to my next event, Strengthen Your World. So feel inspired to give that to,
Very cool.
to whoever you think needs it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Travis Brady, everybody. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So great to meet you. Your energy, best wishes for success on the business side, but
Yeah.
you're already a tremendous success by the way that you help people, and it's great to have you here.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a look at weather. We have some more music from Basement Pros and a couple of surprises up our sleeves, so don't go anywhere.